Hello everyone, so I'm Shadow back again. I'm just doing a bit of a tutorial this time on generals. It's probably one of the most requested ones that I get. How do I make my general stronger? How do I skill them? How do I cultivate them? Which general to use? So, a few things you need before you start working on generals. Firstly, you need a few gems. You don't need that many gems. That's just what I've got sitting there at the moment. And you need a bit of gold. A good general takes a lot of gold. When you take into account all the gear you got to upgrade, plus they're enhancing. So something like that won't get you anywhere near a good general, but it'll give you a decent start. And you also need skill books and gear. Skill books you can win off the Wheel of Fortune. That's where most people get theirs from. So you can see there's a skill book there, and they also have skill book chests, which give you two or three skill books per chest. Sorry. The other place you can get them is in the academy. You got a skill book shop where you can actually pick and choose which skills you want. They are quite expensive. I wouldn't recommend buying anything other than the golds, and only the ones that you need to finish your general off. So we'll have a look at generals now. So general types. If you've watched a couple of my other videos, you'll know that some generals are better off in other areas than others. Richard Lionheart I like as a main defense general. His skill is hospital increase, and I find that gives a bit of extra bonus when you're defending to your hospital capacity. Deck him out. I like to deck him out as a siege general. Sort of siege ranged, and he does quite a good job in defense. The other one I've heard is quite good is William Wallace, but I find that if we have a quick look at his skills, something here somewhere. Let's try Europe. I've lost him. No. Guess I'm blind. Okay, here's one that most people might not have seen before. Jester. His skill is a minus 10% attack. He is a great subsidy city general. Where have all the other generals gone? I'm sure there's meant to be more on this list. They may have removed them as part of the game. Maybe doing an update or something with them. But William Wallace, I'm sure used to be in here, along with a few of the others like the Undead Earl and stuff like that. But William Wallace's skill, from memory, is a siege or a ranged skill, which also works quite well as a defense general. Saladin, got him on Subsidy. Bloodlust carries across. Sorry, Red Battle carries across into armies, even though he's not leading the army. So his skill makes good on a sub. I wouldn't use him as a main attacking or defense general purely because his skill carries across, and it's a wasted skill slot. So, for example, I'm using Prince Rhaegar at the moment, who's got siege machine attack, ranged troop attack, ground troop HP, and then his main skill, which is Dragon Inspiring. So they're his four which work when he's leading the army. Plus, he also gets the subsidy ones. So if I were to use someone like Nero as my main, he'd only apply 3 skills as well as his normal one. Trying to explain this. By using Rhaegar as main with Nero on a sub, I can use 5 skills in battle. If I was using Nero as my main, I could only use 4 skills in battle, if that makes sense. Which is why it pays attention to which skills carry across. So substitute generals, you want debuffs. And we'll look at how to level them up. So you can see Prince Rhaegar's had the most work done to him, is the highest, the numbers, highest level, and is 5-star. So for the purpose of this, we're going to look at Robert Lee. I haven't worked on him much. I've done a bit of cultivation, but he's lacking skills and he's also lacking enhancement. So if we go into him, we can see he's got no gear on. He's 310k power, and he's only got 1 skill. So being a subsidy general, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give him skills related to his job. So the way that I always like to skill my generals is you only apply level 1 skills first. You try and get the right combinations of level 1 skills, and then you upgrade them to level 3. If you find that you run out of books in doing that, then you start using level 2s until you get the right combination and then got to level 3. You never want to apply a level 3 skill until all your skill slots are full with the ones you want. There's no way of increasing your chances, there's no way of decreasing chances. I find sometimes you can just put 3 on there straight away, sometimes you'll use up to 30 books to try and get the right skills. So looking at my skills that I want, I'm going to want subsidy skills. So if we scroll through, we'll have a look at what subsidy skills there are. Eventually when we get down the list. Okay, construction. Increases construction speed by 10% in a subordinate city. So that basically increases the building rate. Quite good to have. I reckon I'll give him one of those. Gold production, boost gold production speed by 10%. Gold's always good, so I'll definitely be giving him that one. And then the other two I can choose from. Training capacity or training speed. So training capacity increases the amount of troops the subsidy can hold, and training speed increases the amount that it can train. The speed that it trains at. I prefer capacity over speed, but again, it's your preference. A lot of the stuff that I'm recommending here is just my preference. There's no reason to do it a certain way, it's just the way that I like to do it. So I'm going to be giving capacity, construction, and gold boost. I've got 3 capacity books. I've got 7 gold production, and I've got 8 construction. So I'm going to start with the highest book first because that's the most likely to be overwritten. So I'm going to give him a construction skill first. So 0% chance to replace, confirm. It's important to note that the general's native skill or his natural skill can never be overwritten. So he will always have that skill. There's no chance of it being replaced at all. So as I apply these next books, the only ones that will be overwritten are the ones that I've put on there. So there's his construction speed. So now I want to give him a gold production. So 50% chance to overwrite. And that's overwritten. So you can see that that's now changed to gold production, and I've lost the construction skill. So now I want to give him construction again. And now it's added in there. So now I've got my gold production and I've got my construction. So now I'm going to go down to my trip capacity. I'm going to put that one there on. Okay, so it's gold production has been overwritten, so now I'm going to go up and give him another gold production. Construction has been overwritten, so now I've got to go up to construction. Give him another one of those. Gold production has been overwritten, so I've got to go back and give him one of those. Construction has been overwritten. So this is why I did these ones first, because they had the highest books. So you want to apply the ones with the most books first. There's no way of telling which ones are going to be overwritten. So training capacity has now been overwritten, so I've got to go back and give them that one. And this is also why you never use level 3 skills for this, because it's just a waste if you lose them. You can use hundreds of level 1 skill books and it doesn't really matter because they're cheap. You come across them quite a lot. What was that? Construction. And yeah, you get them quite a lot for free. So you see that time there, it applied, and now I've got all 3 of the skills that I want. I've got my level 1 gold production, level 1 training capacity, and level 1 construction. So now I'm going to go up to level 3. Level 2 books you'll find you'll accumulate quite a lot because you don't really use them. If I were to run out of my level 1 skills, I would have then gone to level 2 to try and get my combination right. There's no preference again if you've got a 2, a 1 and a 1 and you try and apply another 1 to override it. There's no preference as to whether it applies over the 2 or the 1. It's just random, which is again why you want to make sure you get your right combination with the lowest level books possible and then apply your highest ones. So we're up to our level 3 books now. So you've got to be very careful here. If you apply the wrong skill, it's going to overwrite one, and then you've got to go back to the whole process of trying to get your 3 again. So you want to make sure that the skills you're applying up here are the same as the ones you want. So level 3 construction, only got 1 book. If I were to use my level 3 at the start, then once I've applied it and it gets overwritten, I've got no chance to get it back again, which is why, again, you want to do your lowest ones possible. And then, so level 1 construction, level 3 construction, use that. So it's got a 100% chance to replace one of the existing skills, but it will only overwrite the same skill. So confirm, you'll see construction will change to level 3. So now, next one I've got gold production, which is down here, got plenty of those. And last one, training capacity. Again, got plenty of those. So now I've got my general 3 level 3 skills that I wanted, and plus his one that carries over into battle as well. So that's what I find the easiest way to skill up generals without using too many level 3 skill books up. If I didn't have that construction one, I could have gone to my academy, refreshed it a few times until I found it. I could have brought it and then applied it, and it would have stuck straight away, so that I wouldn't have wasted those 9,000 gems to purchase it. Enhancing. We'll look at levels first. General experience. There's a couple ways you can get it. You can get it by killing monsters. You can get it by applying skill books. And you can also get it by attacking other players. So as a subordinate city general, every time I attack another player, he gets experience. And it helps him level up. So he's already level 23. My monarch's 24, so he can't go much higher. But if I wanted to, I could give him some experience books, and that would help him level up. But level 23 is fine for now. I don't need to level him up anymore. The reason why you want levels is for enhancement. So you can see that it requires a general level. So enhancing is adding stars. When you enhance, these numbers here is the amount of gain per level. The higher the enhancement, the higher the gain per level. So you can see there his leadership goes up 9.9 per level at 1 star. When I enhance him, we can now see his leadership goes up 11.88 per level. It's also important to note that this does carry back, so you don't have to enhance them at the level straight away. So it's now added 11.88 over all levels for the last 23 levels. So you're not missing out by enhancing later on in the game. You can enhance it at any stage, as long as your general meets requirements. So again, I'll enhance him again, take him up to a 3rd star. You can see he's gaining power with the enhancement because his stats are going up, and also the gain per level's raising as well. You can see that it requires medals. Medals you get from killing monsters and bosses. You also get them in some packs. And your gold cost increases greatly per star level as well. So you can see that my next level is going to be 8 mil. I'm not going to bother him taking him up high yet. I'll wait until I save up a bit more gold, because I want to use that gold for research and stuff as well. So that's enhancing in general. And the last one we got is cultivate. So cultivate is where you can add. So these are the base stats. So if he had 0 cultivation, that's his stats that he would have, and these are the stats from cultivation. Recently, they've added in a new feature called Cultivate times 10, and we'll have a look at how that works in a minute. But now it's no longer worth just single cultivating. And then you can cultivate with gold or gems. Gold cultivation has a much lower chance of giving you positive results. Gems is usually always the way to go. If you've got quite a few gems, then you can do the times 10. If you've only got a couple, then just try and do your single cultivations. You can see what each stat does. So leadership gives you subordinate city training speed, troop HP, and march speed. March speed is always handy. You like nice fast marches. Troop HP increases survivability in attacking and defending, and subordinate city training speed is going to be subordinate city general, so that's going to help him there. That's also handy because I didn't give him subordinate city training speed as a skill. I gave him capacity because he gets his speed from leadership. Attack is troop attack. That's attack value in attacking and defending. So he will add 65%. Defense. So that's their troop defense in attacking and defending. So you got your 3 stats there: HP, attack, and defense. Politics mainly used for subsidies, but they've just recently introduced this troop death to wounded, which means that a general with higher politics saves more troops from dying, turns them to wounded rather than dead. As a subordinate city general, that's not very important. You want that on your main general, but because it's in a subsidy, it's good to have these two subordinate city boosts here. And they've also got resource gathering, so if you've got any sort of special resource gathering generals, it's nice to have a bit of politics on them. In terms of general power, you want to cultivate evenly. You can see that his leadership's way out the front here. I haven't really balanced him out yet, I've just been cultivating. But if you sort of focus attack and defense because you want him to be attacking general, you'll find that his power will never get to where it should be because he'll be lacking in numbers. So if we have a quick look, we'll have a look cultivation first. So single cultivation doesn't give you a very good chance to upgrade. We'll do a gold one first. 1 point up, 4 points down. I always look for an overall increase while I'm first starting up rather than focusing. I don't care which ones go up and down as long as the total increase is positive. At the moment I'm at -3, so that's rubbish. I'm not going to keep that. So we'll try again. This one here is -6. Really don't want to keep that. This one here is -3. Again, not going to keep that. So you can see that the gold isn't giving a very good cultivation chance. We'll try some gems this time. So a +3, -7. So that gives me a -4 overall. Not very good. Definitely not good. Also not good. So you can see that you're not getting very good results from these single cultivations here, which is where this ×10 comes in handy. If we go into here, you've got sections down here. You can aim for total increase, you can aim for leadership increase, you can aim for attack increase, defense increase, and politics increase. Only ever have one box selected. Never ever select more than one box. If I were to go for total increase and defense increase, it means that it'll only give me cultivations that are a positive on defense and overall, which means that I'll miss out on quite a lot of decent cultivations. I'll show you what I mean. So total increase, I'm going to do an cultivate. Instantly you can see I get a raise because I wanted to save all the results that gave me a total increase. So I'm going to keep that. If I now select defense increase and cultivate, that's not too bad. That one worked. This one here is only giving me 2 points up. That's quite good, that one. So this is working. Oh, here we go. So cultivate did not meet the results. So it didn't meet the results because it didn't give me a defense increase and a total increase. It would have given me one or the other. So if I go view results, it's not going to show me green and red, so it's going to be quite hard to add up. I'm not going to go to and add it all up. But basically what that meant was that cultivation did not give me a defense increase and a total increase. It may have given me one or the other, or it may have given me neither. Which is why you always want to just select one, because it gives you a better overall result. So I'm going to go ahead and cultivate him a little bit. Just keep going. Anything total increase for now is what I want, because I just want to increase the numbers. You can't increase past the base stat. So once you get up to that number, that's as high as you can go, and you also can't increase above 500. Once it's above 500, it won't go higher. It'll come out as either nothing or negative, and take it back down again. The ideal way to cultivate them is to get them all up to 499, and then do a 10 times cultivation and try and boost them as much as possible over the 500 mark. But once they're over 500, you'll find that you can't go higher on that stat. I'll just show you how to change these around. So you can see here at the moment my defense is lacking in cultivation. It's almost 100 points behind my leadership, and it's quite far behind these two. So at the moment his power is 419833. So I want to boost his defense to get it more in line with the others, to cultivate him a bit more evenly. So I want to select defense now. So now it's going to only save cultivations that give me a positive on defense. Doesn't even matter if it's a total increase or not. What I want to do is I want to increase this stat to bring it in line with the others. So you can see I'm getting quite strong defense ones now. And it's already basically caught up. At this stage, you go, okay, so now you're going to select attack and politics and try and bring them up to leadership. So if I do that and try and cultivate, that one worked, of course. That one also worked, of course. Now it's not going to do it. Okay, so did not meet the results because it didn't give me a positive on attack, defense, and politics. It may have given me one on leadership, it may have given me attack and defense but not politics, may have given me defense, politics and not attack, may have been a total increase, may not have been, but because it didn't meet these 3 requirements, it didn't give it to me. So you're much better off just selecting one at a time to increase. I'm going to take him up now to try and get them up around the probably 390 mark to get them close. The closer they are to the base stat, the less chance you are of increasing them. So you don't want to sort of try and go all the way up because you'd just be wasting gems until he's at a decent level. So I'm just going to take him up now and see how we go. Might just try and get them all above 300 for now. So again, I'm just doing total increase. I'm not carrying what's going up, what's going down, as long as the cultivation results are positive. And you can see here, basically every one I'm doing, I'm getting positive results. So yes, I'm spending 10 times more than I am on a single cultivation, but I can do 10 single cultivations and get nothing good, whereas here I can just do one 10 times, and again, it's guaranteed to give me something good. Very rarely do you miss out on a total increase stat. So there was one that missed. The other thing you got to watch out for as well is that these do increase as they reach lots of 50. So 50, 100, 150, 200, your cost amount increases per cultivation. So we'll leave them there for now. Everything's safely above 300. So for now, that'll do me. If we have a quick look back here, we can see that his power's gone up to almost half a mil. So he started out at just over 300k, and we've just put on 200k power just from cultivating like that. The other way that you add power on is through general gear. So I've got some gear prepared for him that I put on one of my other generals. So I'll just strip them off. Then I'll show you what effect gear has on the general. So it's a 5-star ranged Kingsbow. Obviously the higher the star, the more the power, and you also can refine them to give you better power. So we have a quick look. It gives you an extra 156k just for that item. So I'm going to go through and give him all the armor. I will do another tutorial on gear crafting as well, just for those who don't quite understand it. So now he's got a full set of King's gear, and his power is now up to almost 1.5 mil. So he's gone from being a 300k general up to a 1.4 mil general just by a bit of cultivating, enhancing, and then giving him gear. And I think that's about it for the questions that I've had on generals. So thank you very much.